Hey guys, today I'm going to share with you how to make black pepper chicken. And this black pepper chicken has tender slices of chicken and veggies stir-fried in a rich savory sauce, and serve it over some rice. You could forget the takeout and enjoy this quick and easy meal right at home. Okay, so here I have 1.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breasts. And what I'm going to do is cut them into bite-sized slices. So instead of chunks, I like to do slices usually in my stir fries. So I'm just gonna slice it up pretty thin, and then the big slices you could cut in half. So it's nice and bite-sized. See something like this? I'll just go ahead and cut it in half. Stir-fried dishes is one of those meals that I had a lot growing up, just because it was always on my mom's meal rotation. She had like 10 dishes that she would make, and stir-fry was one of them. So, and it's funny because she would never follow a recipe. She just chose whatever protein we had on hand, whether it's chicken, beef, shrimp, and then she would just combine it with whatever veggies we had in the fridge, add a little soy sauce, serve it over rice, and I remember just loving it. I, on the other hand, do have a lot of recipes that I have on repeat, but we're also constantly eating something new. I am constantly testing recipes just because that's what I love to do. And it's fun. I mean, it's fun to just change it up a bit every week. But like I mentioned, I do have my favorites. After testing out this dish, I realized I need to include more stir fries in my meal rotation because it's quick, it's easy, and everyone just loves it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and season it with a little salt. Not too much, because we are going to add some soy sauce and some oyster sauce in this dish, so not too much salt. And then for the black pepper, of course, we have to have some black pepper because it is called black pepper chicken. I have 1 teaspoon of fresh ground pepper, and we're gonna add a little bit more pepper to the sauce. So I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon here. I'm also going to add 1/4 cup of cornstarch. And that's going to give it some nice texture. So I am adding 1 teaspoon of pepper in here, and then 1/2 teaspoon in the sauce later. You could put more if you like. My kids are eating this, so I didn't want it to be too spicy. I mean, black pepper isn't that spicy generally, but if you put a lot of it, it can have a kick. So like I mentioned, if you want to add more, you can add more, but I think 1.5 teaspoons total is just the right amount to get that perfect flavor. All right, so for the stir fry sauce, we are going to be needing 1/4 cup of oyster sauce. You should be able to find this in your grocery store, located in the Asian aisle. I like to typically use ingredients that you could easily find. No crazy surprise ingredients here. But they have a lot of Asian ingredients in the grocery stores now, so should not have a problem. And then let's do the soy sauce first. We are going to be needing 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. Just a regular soy sauce is fine. All right, so that's 3 tablespoons. And then for a little sweetness, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of honey. All right, so next up, I have 3 garlic cloves that I already minced up. Go ahead and add them to the pool. And then I have 1/2 teaspoon of the ground pepper. And I use fresh ground pepper. I like to use fresh ground pepper for this recipe. And then we also have 1/4 cup of water. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix that up until it's well combined. And I just love this sauce because it has the perfect balance between sweet and savory. And serve it over some rice, it is so delicious. Okay, so we are ready to get cooking. Let me just show you what other ingredients that we're gonna be needing. I also have 1 onion that I went ahead and sliced up, and I have 1 red bell pepper that I already sliced up as well. And now, like I said, we are ready to get cooking. Let's head over to the stove. All right, so I have some oil in a pan that I've heated up to medium-high heat, and I'm going to cook the chicken in batches. Because if I add all the chicken all at the same time, it's gonna steam, and I don't want that. So I'm gonna go ahead and cook it in batches. So once I've got the chicken all in the pan here, I like to wait for about a minute or so before I start stirring it around. All right, so it's been about a minute and a half. I'm gonna go ahead and just stir fry them now. See how it's developed some color? See the color on here? That's why I just like letting it sit before I go ahead and start stir frying it. So I'm gonna continue to cook until it's completely cooked through. All right, so the chicken pieces are pretty much cooked through. This took about 3 to 4 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and put these aside. Let's go in with a little more oil, the rest of the chicken. And you notice I'm not using a wok. It's really interesting because as much as I cook, I do not own a wok. Just because I love using my cast iron. I think my cast iron skillet is just great for stir fries. It's nice and hot and it distributes the heat pretty evenly. All right, so it's been about a minute and a half. Let's go ahead and stir this up. All right, so the chicken is looking completely cooked through. Let's go ahead and remove this and set aside. Going in with a little more oil, along with our onions and bell peppers. And we're just gonna go ahead and cook this down until they're slightly softened, but still have a crunch to them. This will take about 3 minutes. All right, so that's about 3 minutes. Let's go ahead and return our chicken back to the pan, along with our delicious sauce. And just go ahead and stir. And after about a minute, we are through. All right, so we are pretty much done here. I told you this was such a quick and easy, delicious meal. What did I promise you guys? All right, let's go grab our rice and do the taste test. Make sure to serve it up with some rice because what is stir fry without rice? All right, you guys, it is my favorite portion of this video. It is time for the taste test. And I already served myself a bowl here on top with some steamed rice. And I'm gonna try to get every component on here. A bell pepper, some chicken, some of that sauce, and the rice. Cheers, you guys. The chicken is perfectly cooked through, it's nice and tender, and the bell peppers are still nice and crispy, and that sauce, it's so delicious. The combination of the soy sauce with the oyster sauce, a little honey, and the black pepper. Like I said, you could adjust the black pepper as much as you want. I use about 1.5 teaspoons, and you could definitely add more, but it does come through. And I even taste the garlic. I added about 3 garlic cloves, but if you don't like garlic, you could definitely reduce it to 1 or 2, but we love garlic and it is coming through in this dish and I just love it so much. So go ahead and just make this for your family. They're going to love it, I promise. And this is a really quick and easy, budget-friendly meal. You cannot go wrong. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you guys do make this recipe. If you haven't already, go ahead and click on that like and subscribe button below. That will definitely help me out, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.